Hey everyone, it's Lisa Torres here, and today I want to share with you my little secrets for being more productive in your business. I know there's a lot of people that struggle, with getting more done in their life. A lot of people have different categories in their life that they don't focus on all of them simultaneously, and that can cause a problem in each, category of our lives, like our relationships, with our husbands or wives or boyfriend, girlfriend, or significant other or whatever, the children. Our health and fitness could decline. Our health could decline because we're neglecting that area. There's so many different categories in our lives, and you have to be able to be a ninja when it comes to self-management. And so today I want to share with you my secrets for how to be a self-management ninja and getting more done in less time so that you can reap bigger rewards. So today I want to share this presentation with you, and hopefully you can get your pen and paper ready so that you can start taking notes, because you're going to have an assignment after this. And I can promise you this. I did this training once before outside of the prosperity team, and I got a lot of feedback, and a lot of people have become extremely productive and got a lot more done in less time. So it's very important that you pay very close attention, you get your notepad out, and you be prepared to take some serious notes, because what I'm about to share with you has worked for me, it worked for others, and it will work for you if you apply it. So again, how to be a self-management ninja, getting more done in less time to reap bigger rewards. So step one, the brain dumping process. What is this all about? Well, we got to think about what it is. Everything that we're holding on to in our brains, we have to literally use that pad that I told you to get out, that paper and pen, to get out and literally do a brain dump on that paper. Okay, so number one, take out the piece of paper and draw a line straight down the middle. On the left side, I want you to write A, and on the right side, I want you to write B. Okay, so you're going to have one sheet of paper, A and B side. Okay. Now, in column A, that's where I want you to do the whole brain dumping. Okay, that's where I want you to just put everything there, everything that keeps you up at night, everything that you need to get done but you keep procrastinating on. Dump all of that. I don't care how big or small you think it is, put it on that side, section A, the column A. Now the rule is to set a timer. Okay, get a little timer there's most cell phones come with timers. You can find free timers online. Just Google timer and you'll find the date and timer. I think it's dateandtimer.com or something like that. But you'll find it on the internet. And no editing. Okay, so there's two rules. Set a timer for 10 minutes and do not edit while you're brain dumping. Just pour everything out that you can possibly think of, everything that you always think about, everything that you wanted to accomplish in life, everything that all the dreams that you have, just dump it there, okay, on column A. The next one is I want you to take 5 minutes to put a line across everything. I want you to scratch everything on that list out that is out of your control. Just scratch it off. Scratch it off. Everything that is out of your control. If you have to pause this video while we work through this process, go ahead and do that now. Okay, so take the next 5 minutes, and this is important. It has to be 5 minutes. I want you to set the timer for 5 minutes, and I want you to put a line across everything on that list that is out of your control. So here's two examples that I put here. Number one, it could be a personal example. You may want your spouse to pay more attention to you. You're doing everything to make the relationship work, and it's still not working. Well, guess what? That is out of your control, right? So scratch it off the list. Put a line across it. And the second example is the business example. You want your team to duplicate, let's say, for example, but you provide them with the support and the coaching, and they still do absolutely nothing. Guess what? That is out of your control too. So you want to scratch that off that list on the A column. Okay, so 5 minutes, go. All right, now Now I want you to set the timer again for another 5 minutes, because I want you to transfer everything from column A and scratch off. Okay, so take 5 minutes to transfer and scratch off anything that is dreadful. Okay, so you scratched off everything that is out of your control. Now I want you to scratch off everything that is dreadful. Okay, that you've been procrastinating on for months or even years. Okay, so, and then anything that you don't like to do, or anything that you don't want to do, or anything, that is not important, but it needs to get done. Okay, so transfer it to column B and scratch it off from column A. Okay, so set the timer, go. And you can pause me and as we go through this process. Okay, now the next one is take 3 minutes. Again, you set the timer again for 3 minutes to scratch everything off in column B that you've been saying that you wanted to do forever, such as maybe learning a new language. Maybe you wanted to learn how to play a new instrument, whatever it was, scratch that off as well, okay? And if you have not gotten it done already, guess what? It's not important. If you haven't accomplished that in your life and you just keep procrastinating on it, it's not important, so get it off the list, okay? 3 minutes, go. Okay, now I want you to take the next 5 minutes to repeat the whole entire process. So set the timer another 5 minutes, and I want you to write on a new sheet of paper the same exact process. So you're going to get a new sheet of paper, and you're going to write a line down the middle. You're going to write a column A and a column B. Then I want you to transfer everything from the old paper to the new paper that has not been scratched off. Okay? So what's left in column A are the things that you need to focus on. Okay, and what's left in column B are the things that you can outsource or delegate. So now on this new piece of paper, you're going to have, first of all, you're going to have 2 sheets. One with the original lists, and the second sheet, same with 2 columns, column A and column B. You're going to transfer everything from here that was not scratched off. Okay, so you're basically going to have a brand new, fresh list. It's just going to be shorter. Each column is going to be shorter because you already scratched off a lot of things from the original one. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. You take 5 minutes, go. Okay, now notice something here. This is very, very, very important. Notice how I put a time on everything. I said set the timer for 10 minutes to do this, set 5 minutes to do that, set 3 minutes to do that, and so on. This is the key secret, the very most important piece of the pie when it comes to becoming a self-management ninja and learning how to get more done in less time to reap bigger rewards. So this is very important that you set a timer and actually use it, because we're going to be using it later on as we go and move along through this presentation. Step 2, after you've completed your list, you have it all fresh, a fresh new list with everything that that we transferred to the new list. Get rid of the old one. Don't crumble it up, because I want you to look at it later on in life. Don't crumble it up. Just put it away, and you'll get back to that another day. So step 2, your top 5 priorities. Now, oops. Sorry about that. Okay, your top 5 priorities. I want you to write down your top 5 priorities in the order of importance. Now, I'm going to share my example with you. This is my top 5 priorities. And my top 5 priorities is health and spirituality as number 1. Number 2, love and intimacy. Number 3, family. Number 4, personal growth or personal development. And number 5, business and creativity. Because in my opinion, if none of these, if the health and if my health is not right, if my relationship is not right, if my family is not right, and I'm not working on my mindset, my personal development, then my business is going to lack big time, because I'm not going to be able to focus, okay? Because I have all these worries and all these different things, that I may be worrying about in each of these categories here that you see here. And I'm not balanced, okay? I'm very unbalanced. And you don't want to be in an unbalanced state. You want to be in a very balanced state. So I want you to take the next few minutes, pause this video if you have to, and write down. You can actually, if you can maybe use mine as your, as yours too. If you believe in what I believe in, you can put business and creativity first, health second, family third. I don't care what order you put it in. Just put it, whatever because maybe you don't have a family. Maybe you're a single, person that doesn't have kids, or you never been married, or you're not married, or whatever. So your list is going to be different from mine, but feel free to use mine. This is actually my beliefs, what should come first, all the way, from 1 through 5. So set the timer, go. Okay, step 3, your schedule and daily to-do list. Now, do not move forward at all if have not completed step 1 and step 2. If you didn't do the list with the A and B, right, with the columns A and B, you need to go back and do that. If you did not write your top 5 priorities, you need to do that. Those 2 are the most important steps that you have to complete before you get to step 3, which is your schedule and daily to-do list. Okay. So this is an example of what my day looks like. Okay, so health and spirituality from 7 to 9 a.m. This is what I do. So when you write down your list, you're actually going to write in parentheses, just like I did, exactly what that looks like for you. I'm a full-time internet marketer. I work from home full-time. You may have a full-time job, so your schedule is not going to be my schedule. Or maybe you do have, maybe you are working from home full-time, but I don't know what your situation is. Only you know what your situation is, and you're the only one that can come up with the plan of action as far as your top 5 priorities are concerned. So, for example, mine is health and spirituality. I eat a healthy breakfast. I work out in the morning. I meditate. I work on my spirituality and me first before I do anything. And I do that from 7 to 9 a.m. Next thing is love and intimacy, or your relationships, whatever you want to call it. We have a date night Fridays. We get together because we both work from home. We actually get together and take a 3-hour lunch, and we go out and do whatever we want. We go shopping, whatever. Sometimes it's a little longer. Sometimes I take the day off. I'm free to do what I want to do. And that's the great thing about this industry, is that you could take the day off when you want to. And that's the point that we're trying to get you to. But you got to follow this action plan in order to get there. And this action plan, again, you're going to customize it to whatever, situation fits you. My cutoff time is 10 p.m. from business 2 times a week. For example, Monday nights, I work late on Mondays. Mondays is actually my busiest day, so I don't go to bed till like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning because I'm doing things in my business. So, like we have the Empower Network call on Mondays. I do a hangout, and that call usually lasts for about 2 hours. I do a hangout every Monday also at 8 o'clock, right before the Empower Hour call. So there's just different things that I do. So by the time I'm done with Monday night, it's not, it's like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. So Mondays is my busiest day. You may have a busy day too, and you might want to get more done. Again, this is everything that you need to sit down with yourself and kind of customize. Family for me is 4 to 6:30. And then at 6:30, I pull out my book and I'm reading for about 30 minutes. And then at 9:30, from 9:30 to 12, again, this is okay. So my business is actually from 9:30 a.m. after, because if you look here, I'm done with my health and spirituality at 9 a.m. So from 9 to 9:30, I'm actually taking my daughter to school, right? So these are the things that you have to map out. And so from 9:30 to 12:30, I'm working on my business. And then from 7 to 10 at night, I'm working on my business. And then right in between, 12:30, about 12:30, 1 o'clock, I'm off the computer and I am, either hanging out with my husband or, cleaning up the house, or getting ready to pick up my daughter from school, or whatever it is, that's what I'm doing. And then during that time, from 4 to 6, it's family time and blah blah blah, because she doesn't get out of school at till 4 o'clock. So as you can see, I have the whole thing planned out. And the weekends I save to brainstorm on creativity. What do I want to talk about for the week? So I do that 2 hours Saturday and Sunday. I sit down and literally brain dump my creativity to see, what kind of emails do I want to send out? What kind of blog posts do I want to do? What kind of content do I want to share on Facebook? Just things like that. That's what I focus on the weekends. So let's move on. Okay, so now we are getting into the to-do list. I actually have 2 documents open here. Actually, they're not documents. They are notepads. This is what I use to create my my daily to-do list, as well as my content brain dumping that I do on the weekends. As you can see, I have one file called, I have a file for each day. So this is the Tuesday. I have the Tuesday final, and I have Tuesday content. If you can see the little titles right there, it's probably too small for you to see, but that's what I name these files. And then I just basically put everything into a folder on my desktop. And then this way, when Tuesday comes around, I'm actually, because what I do is on Sunday, I plan my content out for the week. And I open up this file here, Tuesday content, for each day of the week. So I'll have a Monday content, Tuesday content, Wednesday content, and so on. And I'll list everything that I want to get done for that particular day. So I'm taking Tuesday because Tuesday's it's my slow day. Let's put it like that. So I want to kind of show you what I do on Tuesday as far as productivity is concerned. This does not include inner circle audios. It does not include reading or any of those things. I do that separately. I don't put those on this list. You can, but I don't do it. Okay, I like to see productivity. What can I do right now? Like, what can I want to see things on my list that when I create each doc or each notepad, I want to see productivity on my list. Okay, so as you can see, what I'll do here is I will just copy this and put it on a notepad so you can actually see it a little bigger. And I'll make this bigger. Let me see. Yeah, 18 is good. Okay, so here's what I do on Tuesdays. From Tuesdays, I work from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And remember when I told you I do a Google Hangout every Monday nights at 8 o'clock with Nat Green, actually, right before the Empower call. So this is why it has, it says EN blog with video with Nat. That's just my, me knowing that I'm going to do an a blog with a video in it. And it's usually, I just take the content that we did the night before, the recording, and I make a blog post out of it. And I set the timer. Now, the reason why I have little timers here, like 30 minutes for this, 30 minutes for that, 20 minutes for this, 20 minutes for that, is because I use timers. Again, if you go to here, timeanddate.com/timer, you can actually just put, how many minutes you want to work. And so for right here, it says 30 minutes, 0 seconds. And you just click set and start. And then it will beep once the timer starts running out. So this is very, very, very important, because this is going to allow you, because you know mentally that you only have 30 minutes to get this project done before you move on to the next project. Okay, there's no checking Facebook and checking emails. You're time crunching here. And this is how you get more done in less time. So back to the schedule. So I do 30 minutes for that. I take about 30 minutes, and sometimes this takes me about 15 minutes depending on what the email is, but it usually takes me about 30 minutes to schedule an email to go out to my EN list once in the morning and once at night. I take about 30 minutes to do that in the morning. I put pictures in it, I put links in it, the whole 9 yards. A lot of it is swipe stuff, and a lot of it is also original stuff. I share stories. If people on my team are getting results, I share that story. If I am running out of things to write about in my emails, I'll just go to my email, my Gmail account, and just swipe, someone's file. Alex does great. Alex Zuberev, he does really great ad copy. Franco does really great ad copy. Justin, I'm on all their lists, so I just basically find their content, their emails, and I just kind of swipe and revise a little bit and make it my own and put my own links in it. So I do that. That takes me about 30 minutes. And then I network with new people on Facebook. That takes me about 20 minutes. And then I'm working my fan page, which takes me about 20 minutes. And that is about 2.5 hours. Actually, 2 hours. I have 2.5. It's actually 2 hours. And then on Tuesday night, from 8 to 10, I am syndicating. Okay, so it's about 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes a little longer. I do that. And then Facebook networking for 30 minutes, Facebook fan page for 30 minutes. I try to stick to my time frame, but if I have extra time, I have nothing else to do, then of course I'm going to spend more time in my business if I have nothing else to do. But it's all about balance, and it's all about sticking with the schedule. So if you could stick with your schedule and use the timer, I promise you that your results are going to be so much better. So now that I have, my to-do list here, now we're going to look at the second one that I usually do, which is the content section of it. So let me make this a little bigger for you so you can see what this is. Okay. So what I do is every Sunday I open up a brand new notepad, and I basically write down what I'm going to be doing, the content that I'm going to be doing on Tuesday, by simply looking at my list, right? So I just showed you what my to-do list is for every Tuesday. It's the same and never changes. The only thing that changes is the content, because every week, every Tuesday, it's going to be new content. Every Monday, it's going to be new content, right? So in my Tuesday content, this file, this notepad changes. So I edit this notepad for Tuesday every week. So every Sunday I'm going into this Tuesday one, and I'm saying, okay, this is what I'm going to write, blah, 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 blah. And I do that for every day of the week. So Monday's going to change, Tuesday's going to change, Wednesday, and so on. So I just basically go here and, well, this is not a good example. Let me open up another one, because this one is a kind of slow day. Okay, so this is something that this is not well, I guess this is an okay example. But as you can see, the bottom line is what I do is I basically add content, all the content that I'm doing here. So I'm brainstorming on Sundays for every single day of the week. This way, when the day comes, I don't have nothing to think about. I don't have nothing to think about because I have my Tuesday content or my Wednesday content open, and I'm looking, okay, what am I going to write today for my blog post? Okay, well, I'm going to write a blog post about using the video that I did yesterday on the Google Hangout with Nat. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And what emails am I going to write? Well, I'm going to take these 2 swipe files. I'm going to send one out in AM. Right here we have AM. Only 3 spots remaining. So when I look at my email and I look for Justin's email, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that swipe and I'm just going to revise it in my own words. He did another one that I read that was really cool. It was called Greedy Corporate Bastards, which I love. And I was going to take that one and kind of swipe it and make it my own as well. So that, my friends, is how you have a productive productive day or days, weeks. Okay, this is how you become a self-management ninja. So the bottom line is, okay, we're going to go over this really, really quickly. Okay, so step number 1 was to brain dump everything, do the list. Okay, step number 2 was to create your top priorities. And step number 3 was your schedule and daily to-do list. And I basically just showed you exactly how to do the to-do list. And that's basically how you do it. So I hope you got a lot of value out of this training video. I know I kept rambling on, but I had to get everything out in detail for you so that when you do create yours, you create yours perfectly, so that it is aligned with everything that you are doing. Okay, everything that you are doing, because you have to give time for each category of your life. Okay, so and you'll be, you know, when you create your top 5 priorities and you put in parentheses how long you're going to spend on that particular thing, health and fitness, relationship, or whatever, you make sure that you stick to that. Okay, so when I create the to-do list and the content list, when I look at my top 5 priorities and I see, okay, it's time for me to work from 6:30 to 10 or whatever, I can open up my, let's say, Tuesday document or my Friday document and say, okay, well, this is what I'm going to focus on today, because every day is a little different, but it's mostly the same. I do my blog, send out my emails. You know, if I have a Google Hangout to attend, I do the Facebook networking, I work on my fan page, things like that. So you'll get it down once you start get the ball rolling, and I hope this video was of value to you. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on another training. Take care.